Hey guys, so this is another Hero Shop video, and I really wanted to make this video right when the shop resets to see which heroes specifically were going to be offered, because we did get this offer again. Last time I think that we got this was 5 months ago. I could be mistaken, but I think it was 5 months ago, and they did add additional heroes here. If I'm not mistaken, Valerie was not on the $50 one in that situation. And also, this guy you could buy in the past and things like that. And Samal, I'm pretty sure that Samal was not on the 51 as well. But the thing is that since every single month they're switching which heroes are going to be offered in the shop, I really always recommend to now I'm going to actually recommend to actually wait for the shop options and then decide, because if they're offered here, especially in the $50 one, there's a high probability that it's going to be offered in the shops. And but if not everybody has so many tokens to actually buy those from the shop, so probably this would be the easiest option to actually get these heroes in this situation. Yeah, and if you summon a lot, you're probably gonna have the coins to actually get it without buying these specifically. But they do have some good options here, and the last video I made about this, there's pretty much the same explanation for most of these heroes here. Like, I'm pretty sure they added Mallory here. Don't remember if they added Luna there, but they're all really good heroes here. But the best recommendation I can give you if you're going to decide to buy one of these is to make sure that the ones that you choose, you're able to upgrade with events to get them to +5 as soon as possible. Ruby was offered here as well, but she was offered in the shop before, so you never know when she's going to be added to the shop again. So that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. So whoever you choose here, it has to be a hero that you're able to +5 with events. That's the main thing you got to focus on here for sure, guys. No, doesn't matter if you choose the 51 or the 100 one. And there's a bunch of good heroes here you can actually choose. If you have any doubts of which hero to actually choose on here, because every single person is different, everybody wants to do something different in general, just leave a comment and we'll talk about it. I'll help you choose between which one of the 2, 3, maybe even 5 heroes you want to actually choose from these specifically. So no problems with that. However, I still recommend to try to get as much you do usual summons and get enough tokens, coins, or whatever it's called, and actually buy it in the shop, because that way you can actually guarantee to actually get it. And we do have very good options this time around, by the way. Like, for example, Showman. Showman isn't... I've seen some people in the past, like, straight up ignoring, underestimating Showman, and oh my god, that is... I'm sorry. If you think this way, you gotta check yourself 100%. Showman is such an amazing hero that I've used him in the past at +0 so freaking long. It's not even funny. I just slap him like an Antia weapon for him to be protected, and his ability to actually give mana to the entire freaking team. It doesn't matter which color it is. It's gonna give mana to the entire team. There's other heroes that give mana, like Director N, but she's only focused on purples. But Showman, similar to Alia per se, he does give mana to the entire freaking team. It doesn't matter what color it is. So that makes him a huge advantage. And also, you can actually use his skill to lower the attack of the enemy and be strategic on which hero specifically you don't want to kill you. So in that respect, he does so much things. Even if he's freaking +0, guys, that's the magic of Showman. His awakenings are alright, but not so crazy. It changes him. He's amazing +0. And that's it. And of course, you can get him in the. If I'm not mistaken, you're able to get him in his awakenings in the events here. Let me just confirm. I'm pretty sure you can. You can actually use this to actually choose which hero specifically you want to actually choose for events here. If you buy the ones that I said for the 50 and the 100 there, you can check every single one, which ones are offered here. Let's see. Last one. I'm not seeing Showman here. That is surprising to me. Showman is not offered in these, so yeah, that is actually bad for Showman. So Showman cannot be upgraded from event, so that's something you have to take into account. We found the negative for Showman. Oh my god. So, but even if you can't awaken him by events, he's one of the few heroes that he is super useful and functional at +0. So if you decide to get him, you won't regret it. He's gonna upgrade any team you put him on. Usually he is going to go on the green team for sure, but if you decide to use him on other teams, he does work. He does work very well in those teams as well, as long as you're able to actually make him charge faster. And with his weapon awakening, if you get the weapon awakening for him at +1, you don't need to actually make him go off every single freaking time. He just activates one time and he gives mana to the entire team every single time, so he doesn't need to do his charge thing, whatever it's called. So yeah, he's an amazing hero, and if you get his weapon at +1, yeah, even if he's +0, he's gonna do a lot of work for you. Very, very, very powerful hero, guys, for sure, even at +0. So Wanda has been offered on the shop like forever. Like, I remember that, if I'm not mistaken, she's always right next to frickin' Midas for almost 2 years. So I don't think anybody is not gonna have Wanda by this time. Maybe somebody that's just starting out playing the game, maybe. But anyway, Wanda is one of the vanilla heroes in the game that hits like a truck. She's one of the hardest hitters in the entire game, but the problem is that she is very, very slow. That's the biggest disadvantage. And by the way, she is the only very slow hero in the entire freaking game. I mean, the developers did it, and they say, okay, we can't do it again. And she is pure damage, so yeah. So in that respect, if you don't have any better options, Wanda can be your option. And if you have her awaken at +5, you can give her a crit weapon, and she's gonna do a lot of damage because she does have her awakening to give her crit chance and also crit damage. So that's gonna help you to do more damage. However, do take into account that if you do use Wanda, do not use her versus Thor. Thor's ability to create shields with every single hit that she does, I think she hits like 13 times. If she breaks the shield, it's going to create a new one, and it's not going to do a lot. So Thor is pretty much a hard counter for Wanda. But if you want to really do a lot of damage, Abigail at freaking +0, +1 will do the same or similar amount of damage than Wanda, and she does a whole lot more things than Wanda. So, and Wanda is one of the less recommended heroes out that I can give you to actually buy with your hard-earned tokens when you're summoning and things like that. So if you have Wanda, that's fine, but don't focus on her. I can't recommend you on this hero. I can't really recommend, sorry. But if you don't have any other options, maybe, but yeah, no, in that situation, no, guys. Now, this is another hero that has been hated like ever since the game started. Like, everybody has been saying Rebecca's terrible, Rebecca's terrible. But to be honest, she's a fast hero. So if you're playing yellow, you can slap an energy weapon on her, and she does do a lot of work. She'll fill up really quickly. She'll do the damage and the debuff. And if you're actually using Soldier in that situation, she will be very useful on actually giving the debuff to the enemy. So Soldier comes in, hits the enemy, takes the debuff away, and charges the mana again. So that's the best way to actually use Soldier with Rebecca specifically. So in this situation, if you really want to use Soldier, highly recommend to get Rebecca in that situation. If you really want to use Soldier in that situation. Outside of that, if you already have her, As I said, energy weapon holder. She's fast. She's going to do damage over and over and over to the enemy. So even though there's a lot of haters for Rebecca, she's a decent hero, but not a hero that you should be focusing too much. So if you are able to save your tokens and get it for another hero, that's recommended. However, Rebecca's not terrible like people say. She can be used in different ways, but she is not one of the top heroes. That is for sure, guys. Now let's go for level 2 here. And oh my god. Let's leave the good one for last year. Alden has been offered for ages in the shop. So if you haven't gotten him, this may be your opportunity to actually finally get him at a decent price, because I'm pretty sure you could get him in the past for like 8,000 something. Now you could get him for 6,450. So that's really good. And Alden is one of the very awesome vanilla heroes in the game from the very first, ever since the game started. He has been in the middle of so many good strategies in the game. His awakening is bonkers because he's gonna go off a lot faster, and his weapon is pretty freaking crazy. That situation. But the main thing that you have to think about Alden is that he is a very, very important piece of the Infinite team. He's one of the best heroes for that team, and he definitely does a lot of work there. Even if he's +0, as long as you give him the sack weapon that gives mana gain, for him, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's called Twilight. You slap that, he's going to lose life, but he's going to get 50% mana gain. That's going to help you a lot with the Infinite team there, for sure. And I've seen top teams on PvP that use mono red teams with Alden to reset the board and then doing a bunch of damage there, and also versus bosses. So yeah, Alden has a lot of cool options, a lot of cool things to actually do with him. And even if you're cheap to play or things like that, even at +0, he is going to do a lot of work for you, for sure. And with a free weapon, I mean, there is in the Infinite team, that is, yeah, that's very nice for sure, guys. And frickin' Valerie, let me tell you, not one, not two, but not 3, but even 4 people have been asking me, should I buy Valerie? Should I pay $100 for Valerie? Should I pay $50 for Valerie? Should I summon Valerie? And every single time I say, Valerie is freaking amazing, and you're able to get her to +5 through events. I mean, and her at +5 changes so much your game, specifically when you're playing purple, because she is the only healer that cleanses in the entire freaking game when you're playing purple. If you're cheap to play, you will notice that you do have the hero here. Let me search it real quick here so I can show you. Caitlyn here. She heals. She is a fast hero, but she doesn't cleanse. So you have to use another hero like Dana to be able to cleanse. So you have to waste 2 spots in your team to actually make this happen. And if one doesn't fill up, it's going to be problematic. But Valerie, in that situation, actually gives you the possibilities of do both and only one hero. And on top of that, do damage share. And damage share for this for Artemis changes that hero 100%. Her and Valerie together is a must-have to make Artemis do bunch of damage. Just like Colette, both heroes, when they receive skill damage, they're going to do counterattack. So they need a good damage share hero, and Valerie is an amazing hero to actually get that damage share done. And at +5, straight up the bat, when the fight starts, you're gonna get that damage share and make Artemis do insane amounts of damage. I mean, Valerie, ever since she was released, I got her to +5, and I haven't stopped using her for ever since she was released. I mean, that's more than a year, guys. So yeah, that if there's any heroes that you're thinking about actually getting at this level, Valerie is definitely an amazing option to get for sure. She's a very, very powerful upgrade for any purple team in the game. On the attack, on defense, and obviously the counter team for sure is definitely going to use Valerie a lot in that situation. Now, oh my god, this hero, there is a bunch of people that have been waiting for Chloe for a very long time. I mean, for a bunch of times. They haven't offered her in summons, and clearly it's because they wanted to put her in the shop, obviously, in that situation. So yeah, Chloe is in my top 10 for 2023, and for good reason. Once you get this hero, you're able to get her at +5 through events, and once you get her to +5 and you give her a crit weapon like Lupita's weapon, she revolutionizes your team 100%, your green team for sure. Getting that crit chance, getting that crit damage to your strongest attackers right off the bat, and eliminating shields from the entire enemy team, that's going to change your game 100%. I mean, she is a must-have hero, and she is one of the most impactful must-have heroes in the entire game, 100%, and you can get her +5 through events. I mean, what else can you got? Out of all these options, by far, Chloe is the top choice. I mean, they chose the right hero to put on the 3rd level, because Chloe has been asked for so freaking long. It's even sad to say, but finally she's here, and you're able to freaking summon her. So, out of all these heroes that I'm saying here, if you don't have Showman, you gotta get Showman for sure. Even a +0 is gonna do a lot. Valerie, oh my god, Valerie will change your purple team for sure. You can get Alden even a +0 if you really have the tokens, but definitely focus on Valerie if you don't have her. Of course, you are able to get her to +5 in events, but the #1 hero for sure to choose in the shop is Chloe by far. Chloe, I mean purple. Green. Green has had a problem with dealing damage for a while now, and Chloe changed that for like forever. Ever since they buffed her, they changed her. She is insane, guys, for sure. Highly recommend to get Chloe for sure, guys. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all my recommendations for this time. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.